Oh,
so
and it looks like they might have already got that.
Yeah.
So Clock Tower.
They're ready for it.
Is a very chaotic stage.
That's a really interesting choice for a first game. You don't usually see that show up.
I think it makes sense, though, because in this case, each of these players has their own strength. David has very good fighting skills, very good solving skills, and SHAS is probably the #1 climber, just in terms of raw speed.
Probably. I also...
Clock Tower just makes it so you have to be good at all of those. It's a very...
I also don't expect them to really go for anything crazy on Clock Tower.
Yeah, so...
And interesting.
It looks like SHAS is blue, if these signs are correct. X Factor. David coming back down to fight instantly.
Yeah. And that's going to kill him. Wow, that was a good hit! I've not seen that. That was sick.
SHAS was just holding up because he knew he had to get to safety.
Right. He tried to climb with the X Factor, but he hit him back down onto the block that was crumbling and knocked him out because of that.
You can step on the crumble block twice before it breaks completely. Right. So the moment he stepped off,
and he just climbs over, says, "No, I don't care about this. Don't even care about my side anymore."
This guy, very interesting.
That's such good play.
Oh
my God! But he just pushes it out from under him.
I was gonna say that was honestly not the best choice.
It was really good for a minute
if he stayed up.
Yeah,
but like so many things, this stage happens so fast. Split-second decisions are made every single second.
I mean, that's kind of Catherine in general, but this stage especially.
Yeah, this stage just heightens it
because the stage is literally blowing up.
All right, so this time not a whole lot of interaction, just because. I think after that last one, David was like, "Oh, interaction didn't end well for me, so let's just
let him climb."
Yeah, let's just climb and keep him behind me as long as
David doing important thing of staying below. When you stay below, you have a better chance to get good items, and in fact, you can only get an X Factor.
SHAS is blue.
Oh, SHAS is blue. You're right. SHAS doing that.
This stage is surprisingly fragile right now. So you saw David was not
and he's climbing there. Yeah, because the stage could be pushed out from under him. Steps on that, moves to do it.
That was excellent timing.
That was a big hit. Because he had the dark block, he's able to break. The important thing about the dark blocks, the ones with the faces on them like that, they cannot be pushed. And can he just climb up? He's got the timing.
Yeah, but like if he gets pushed,
and it's a draw.
Oh, it's a draw.
Yeah, that was a really dangerous situation. In theory, he could have climbed, but if it pushed it and fell out first, he would have lost.
Yeah, it's a timing situation that was like.
And in that situation,
he was counting, literally, because there's a pattern towards the bottom of the stage falling out.
The bottom of the stage does fall out at a specific time, which you might see show up if someone gets a pin.
Right. But if he wasn't counting, he probably just wasn't 100% sure and was just like, you know what, like, I'll take the safe play of redo the match.
In the safe play in that situation, like, more than likely you're going to get a draw in the worst case scenario.
Right.
So it's definitely safer to take that there.
So, that was a really smart dark block.
And Dacid in kind of a bad position here. He needs to make something happen. SHAS can just kind of hang out, let it go. But no, if he'd hit him there, he would have lost. But no, SHAS goes around, gets the hit.
That was a really gutsy play, challenging the dark block like that.
It really was.
I really want to know what he was thinking.
See, the interesting thing is if he had just gone down, he could have hit him first and got the hit.
SHAS was not feeling the big headsets. It's probably just something he's not quite used to because he's used to just the normal in-ear headphones. So, if that was SHAS with a handicap, this is now unshackled. His true form will now arise.
And
so I believe if this is a 3 out of 5, there are normally what it is the winner gets to ban a stage and the loser chooses from the rest. In 3 out of 5, that's not the case. The loser just gets to choose where they want to go.
And Dacid taking it to Quadrangle. So Quadrangle is an interesting stage because it is covered in ice.
Yes.
And you will slide on all of the ice blocks until you either hit something else or fall off.
Another important thing about ice that is sort of a bit more subtle, ice blocks will not spawn items.
That's true. That's actually really important because it means if you get behind, you don't really have a way to catch up.
All you can do is just play solid.
Right. And so you see the stage is split. They're basically playing old quad right now, which is just climbing, and it's going to come down to who climbs faster. But David trying to bridge over to fight.
Well, so they made it very weak right here.
Right.
So the stage is actually very liable to push out.
Yeah, it is very fragile.
If you push out all those blocks, the entire stage falls out. So if someone climbs up ahead of you, like they could just die instantly. So SHAS currently sidling. David cannot actually interact with that at the moment. So there's that. Okay, he found the solve. Now he's waiting to see what SHAS will do.
Right.
Basically, it's a game of chicken right now to see who will climb first.
Right, and you got to be careful because the stage is falling, but you also want to make things happen.
And so they're waiting until like this final platform
and now he can't actually push the stage out. He doesn't know the room, but wow! Gets the trade hit there. Knocks him off the stage.
So in this game, you can sort of occupy 2 spaces at once.
Right.
So if you're able to like climb up fast enough, your ghost will be hit. But in that case,
you'll get hit.
In that case, David got hit afterwards because he hit SHAS.
Yeah. It's a really weird situation that it's kind of a flaw in the game, to be honest. But wow, and he just slides off the edge.
There was he needed to pull.
Yeah, he did need
towards the screen. But again, those split-second decisions.
Right. You know, you're like, oh, I can't be standing here. I need to move. Wait, there's not an end here.
Yeah,
and then you die.
The thing SHAS did both times there that was really excellent was pulled out the middle blocks just to make that middle dark block fall.
Yeah.
Because that is sort of the block that anchors the entire rest of the stage.
Right, and it also, it anchors the whole stage, so it makes it honestly so you even can push the stage out.
Right. That is what enables. That's the key.
Yeah.
The keystone. I was so excited about the keystone, I didn't actually see where David decided to take him next.
I took him to Cathedral.
Ooh. Okay, so this is, I think if you're casually picking up this game, this is one of the hardest stages to climb initially.
So this stage requires you to know a build for it. And I think that's one of the most interesting things about it. But when I first started, it was actually one of my most hated stages. And since then, I've actually learned what the good builds that start the stage are. Interesting. He went for a weird kind of push to drop it, but
I think he was waiting to see what SHAS would do. If
but he got the X factor, so he can he could just take off. But the thing about Cathedral is it's kind of unstable and a little random. So taking off could actually be not beneficial.
Yeah. Because
you could just end up nowhere.
This X factor, all it did was equalize.
Yeah.
David's fine with
that.
But
that's all he really needed. And
that was a
really
risky.
dangerous.
If SHAS had pushed that out, David was dead.
Yes.
But at the same time, it was also risky to push out because if he had done so, you can enter something called altered state in this game.
Yeah.
Where the next time you'll hang on the side of a block, you'll let go instantly.
And SHAS gets the X factor, climbs up. David saying, "No, you don't get to climb up. I don't want you here." Wow, gets the hit there, and now they're in a very. SHAS just able to take off, very smart,
He's
avoiding
very close
the
to the end of
conflict.
the stage,
Right, he
too.
is, and it was really smart of him because a lot of people there I think would have wanted to fight, would have wanted to keep fighting.
That might be the key he needs, though.
That might be, but this end is right there. Can he get up? He takes the X factor.
Oh, he blocked him.
Wow, this is a good block, and puts the block over so he can't climb, but he can just climb up there.
Oh yeah, that's important.
Can he get there? Can he make it there? He drops it there. No, it's not going to matter. He makes it to the top. SHAS, one game away from advancing to Grand Finals. One round.
David's looking lost.
He looks like he has some problems, that's for sure.
What's the adjustment do you think he needs to make? He's playing solid up until these pivotal moments, and it's not any one thing that's killing him.
Right, he just needs to. I honestly don't know. SHAS is just playing. SHAS is honestly, when it comes down to the moment, SHAS is playing better.
That was such a good block. He knew that because the stage was split in the middle, he had to go over and
the other
defend
thing
from
is
this X factor.
SHAS has the X factor now. So wow, gets the push out, knocks him down. A quick 3-0 for SHAS, sending DACIDBRO into losers.
Wow, that was
SHAS
convincing.
Wants this.